Hey Cascade, we're going to talk a little bit about some defensive rushing and some offensive blocking, making sure we do it safe and effectively. All right, first we're going to talk about the rush puck. It's about 5 yards back. That's the line of scrimmage there. This is the rush puck. The rusher can start, the primary rusher, so there can be more than one rusher, but the primary rusher will start 5 yards back, and once the ball is snapped, they can run and try to get around a blocker. If there is a blocker, go right towards the quarterback. When you rush, when you move, you want to go towards and around the person. You don't want to go through. If you go through, that's a bull rush. It's a 5-yard penalty. You want to go around the blocker, and they're going to try their best to stop you, right? Because your goal is to get to the quarterback. Next, when you're going in, you don't have to go in from the rush puck. You can come from either side. You can come from the right. You can come from the left and come at an angle, or you can go straight on. When you're going into the quarterback, you get around the blocker. You do not want to hit the quarterback. Hitting the quarterback is a personal foul. That's a penalty. What you do want to do when you get to the quarterback is you want to come in and rake towards the flags. You don't want to go for the flag. It's really hard, especially if he's facing you for obvious reasons. So another aspect of rushing, when the primary rusher, which is behind the rush puck 5 yards back, crosses the line through here, the secondary rusher can go through, but not until the primary rusher gets through. Another tactic when rushing is a spin. So when you're coming in, instead of going exactly towards the quarterback or coming around towards the quarterback, you can come in and spin to get to the quarterback. It's another tactic that works quite often. Biggest things to know when rushing, making sure you don't run into the quarterback. Nobody wants to get hurt. You don't bull rush the primary blocker. You don't want them to get hurt either. Throwing back on the ground, that's never fun. And getting around. So dancing, spinning is a great thing. Just finding different ways to get through.
All right, we're going to talk a little bit about how to be a blocker on offense. So you got a center that blocks. Of course you do. You can also have a couple of tight ends. You could have one on this side, one on this side, or 2 tight ends. Could be 3 people blocking, but the principle for blocking is still the same. For blocking, once you hike the ball back to the quarterback, your goal is to make sure that you keep that rusher from getting past you. Now, notice, I'm at the line of scrimmage. I am not extending beyond the line of scrimmage to get to the rusher. I am waiting for the rusher to come to me and cross the line of scrimmage. My elbows are not fully extended. I do not want to do this, because if I fully extend, I am likely to knock somebody over. Notice my elbows are in at my body. My hands are here. What happens if you do this? Come at me. Bam, right in the face, and we don't want that. So keep your hands to yourself in here until you're ready to block and aim right for the chest and the shoulders. That way you get maximum impact with the least amount of force. We're not trying to kill people, we're just trying to block them. Now they are going to try to go around you and spin. So as a blocker, you've got to follow where they go, and as soon as they come back, you make contact. Because the goal here is to always keep your hands in front, making sure that they cannot escape past you, and you are just dancing around to protect your quarterback. Couple of things you do not want to do if you get beat, which it's inevitable, you're going to get beat as a blocker. When that rusher comes and they get by you, do not grab a handful of jersey and hold them. That is a penalty. That is a holding penalty. If they come at you and get by you this way, do not hook them and take them with you. You want to let them go and then turn around and become the dump receiver. Right here at the line of scrimmage, you're your quarterback safety valve if you happen to get beat. One last thing you do not want to do, very important for safety reasons. Come on at me, don't trip them. Don't stick your leg out and trip the rusher, even if it's accidental. Even if you slip and trip, if you trip them, that's a 10-yard penalty. So we've covered. You can't hold, you can't hook, you can't trip. You got one thing you can do, put your hands out, get ready to block, dance around, protect your quarterback, stay safe out there. That's how to do blocking.